back to another Dice Tower Top 100 list with the Drakes. I'm Bryan.
And I'm Karla.
And we're taking a look at numbers 61 through 70 today. That means we are 4 lists in because we got the 90s, the 80s, the 70s. Now we're doing the 60s. So let's take a look now at...
It's kind of like when you stay at the Disney hotel that has all the different
That's exactly
decades.
right. What is that, Pop Century?
It is.
Yeah. So, exactly. So, who wants to go first?
You can do it today.
All right. My number 70, Parks. Love this game.
It's a good game.
Fantastic art. I love the mechanic of walking down that path, and if you get to the end with one of yours, or both of yours, everybody's got to hurry up, and you're collecting the resources and going to the national parks. Don't really know how you're collecting sunlight and how that lets you buy Yellowstone, but it doesn't matter. Game looks great, plays great. I love Parks. Trails is good too, but I like Parks better.
I do agree that Parks is better, and I like to be the person that slow rolls it, but sometimes that bites you.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so my number 70 is Mosaic. It is also a monster.
Yeah, so big it doesn't fit on any shelf.
Not a Cadillacs anyway.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't change the fact that it's a fun game. It's fairly simple, I would say. I would say it's not the heaviest game I've ever played.
It's one of the easiest Civilization games there is.
It's just a giant box.
Mm-hmm. It's not as tall as Foundations of Rome, but Foundations of Rome can fit into a shelf.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at you, Glenn. Number 69 for me is Seven Wonders. Now, I'm aware, and to the astute continuity observers, that I said I liked Seven Wonders Duel more than Seven Wonders.
You did say that.
However, I still like the mechanics of Seven Wonders Duel better than the mechanics of Seven Wonders, even though they're similar. This one allows you to play with a large group of people. So I do love Seven Wonders Duel, but I love Seven Wonders at a higher player count. This is probably just a discrepancy of making the list and then recording and forgetting that I did it. But I like playing this with a high player count, and I will always pick a higher player count at game nights to facilitate the most people play the game. So Seven Wonders, phenomenal game.
It is a good game. My number 69 is about a park, a theme park, in maybe the World's Fair.
Who knows?
I don't know. It is called 10 Penny Parks, and it's a polyomino game where you are creating the best fair
Theme park,
carnival you can experience.
Yeah, it's fantastic looking too. This is Vincent Dutrait art. I'll send him a message.
I think there's a live play of us and Z playing it whenever we were down for one of the spectaculars.
That sounds right. Yeah, there's one. Yeah, it's great. I love this game a whole lot. But yeah, good choice. 10 Penny Parks.
Thanks.
My number 68 is, okay, now this one's tough because there are 3T games that I love more than anything Euro-wise just about. And that would be Tzolk'in, Teotihuacan, and Tequenu. However, if I had to pick one of the 3, it's Tzolk'in first. And Tzolk'in, that's why it's on my list right here, even though you could literally slot the other 2 into this slot. But today, how I'm feeling, Tzolk'in is so great. The whole gears that move. I painted mine up to look really nice.
It is really hard to feed your people.
It is very hard.
Fantastic game.
But they love the corn. So, really great looking game. And I have souped ours up completely with 3D printed pyramids too and resources. But if you don't have 3D printed stuff, it still looks great. The board is plastic with that gear that shifts and moves your workers to better actions.
Painted. It's just, it's great.
It's great. So my number 68, Tzolk'in.
All right, my number 68 is not just Dixit, but Disney Dixit.
Oh boy!
And that's because, just like I said earlier, when you slap a Marvel theme on something, it just changes it and it makes it fun. Not that it wasn't fun to start with, but Disney theme
Even
on
more.
anything just makes us happy. And our kids love it, our friends love it, game night loves it.
Wallets don't love it, but everybody else does. It's expensive now.
You know what, Dixit?
No, Dixit's cheap. Disney, but yeah, that's a good choice. I didn't put that on my list, but it's great.
You get to play as the cute little Disney characters. I'm always Mike Wazowski.
Yes.
How do you say that? Wazowski.
I love it too, and especially the art of that whimsical Dixit style art in Disney fashion. It's great. My kids, our kids just love to look at the art, really. So that's a good choice.
Thanks.
My number 67 is on my list, and I'm glad it is, in case you heard me worrying about this last video. It is Time Stories.
Fantastic.
Don't care which version you're talking about, except Madame, which was the worst.
But the rest of Time Stories? The best.
Phenomenal. It's been some of our favorite gaming experiences, especially Asylum. The last
one.
The pirate one, the Hollywood one was great. And the last one we played in the Blue Box series of Cavendish Manor, oh my gosh, it had some cool twist and gameplay mechanics in it. I like the original style better than the new ones, but Time Stories, it will forever be in my list just because how great of experiences we've had with Time Stories.
And that brings me to number 67. Just a simple little dice game.
And Harvest.
And it's kind of rolling right.
It is.
Okay. It's Harvest Dice. You are going to roll the dice, and if you choose a red dice, you draw a tomato. If you choose an orange dice, you draw a carrot. And if you choose a green dice, you draw a circle because you can't draw a cabbage.
That's correct.
But it's fun.
It's fun, it's simple, but it's such a great
Super
roll.
quick.
Right?
Some people would use the word filler game. I don't like that game name.
That term, yeah.
I don't like that term because I like some of those games better than others.
Yeah, especially when somebody's like, "How about this 4-hour game? Do you want to play?" I'm like, "It's 9:30 at night." No. Yeah.
9:30.
Yeah, that's true. I did fall asleep on Will one time while playing a game. I was sitting at the table playing Too Many Bones at 3 a.m. like this. It was a great game, but anyway. My number 66 is Deception Murder in Hong Kong. There's been a murder. Voodoo Mama Juju. Anyway, I love The Office, and I love Deception Murder in Hong Kong. Yeah, that's true, I will. Deception Murder in Hong Kong is great. What is this genre? Trader mechanic, I guess? No, it's just a guessing.
Another game where you're trying to figure out who done it.
Who done it?
So somebody gets assigned to be the bad guy, and where you're trying to figure out which person at the table has done it.
It's true. I think we should make a Tex Avery version called Who Killed Who, like that great cartoon.
Like Roger Rabbit?
Yes. Be great. Yeah, it's one of the best, like, somebody's a traitor and you got to figure out who's not helping things. I love Deception Murder in Hong Kong. We play this every time at game night because Andy has it.
So number 66 for me is a fairly recent game, and it's probably going to show up on another one of my lists this year. It is called Paths of Civilization.
Oh, what a great game.
We've had such a good time with this year. It's probably the easiest of the...
Harder looking games?
No, not... What is the word?
Civilization?
Yes.
Yeah.
Duh.
It's a path to it, in fact.
It's a path to civilization, but it's easy to build your civilization, and...
Simultaneous play.
There's not that big of a learning curve.
Not at all.
No. You just jump in and build your civilization, and it's fun.
It is.
Cards, you're throwing cards out, you're building civilization, which we'll talk more about that on a different video.
I just like it. Yeah, it looks difficult, but it's so easy to play. You can only do is sit people down and actually do the thing. We'll learn as we play, and that's why I really like it. So.
It's fun.
My number 65 has already been set in Karla's list, and it's a shoe-in guarantee for me. It's Trick Carry On. I'm all about stage magicians and doing a stage show. First of all, the
There's
art.
a stage magician behind us.
There's one right there. Thurston.
And behind your head, but you can't see it.
And right here. Yeah, this one's great. Trick Carry On is based on stage magic. There are a lot of great art. There's a lot of great illustrations in it as well. Some of them based on real tricks, which I so love. The little
In
pamphlet that
case we
tells you.
didn't mention it last time, you should probably ask Chris and Wendy what they think about this game.
Yeah, ask them right now. Chris and Wendy, did you enjoy playing Trick Carry On with someone on the cruise? I don't know who it was. Yeah, Trick Carry On is just great. Enough said about that.
Okay, so number 65 for me. Winter was coming, but winter has been coming, and winter's been happening for a long time. You're on the other side of the wall. This is endless winter.
Some would say it's an endless winter.
We are way north right now.
Way true north.
True north. And Jon Snow is nowhere to be seen because this isn't anything to do with him. You were like...
And the writing went downhill last season.
This has nothing to do with Game of Thrones. Sadly.
No, it does not.
Not sadly, because it's still a good theme.
Yeah.
You are people living in caves.
Yes.
And you are trying to feed yourself, and it's just a fun game. I think it came out last year or the year before.
Yeah, we got it right around Christmas time, I think, of the cusp of the last 2 years. And it was, it's just good. Like I said, the art's great, and the whole way you play your mechanics of choosing cards to play or not, it's just a really great game. Good choice. My number 64 has booted Feast Road out of my list because I, for some reason, only picked one heavy Uwe Rosenberg, even though this used to be my number one jam of games. This is Hallertau. You get a big house, and it moves with a window on it to tell you how you did it. Yeah, it's the same kind of worker placement feel of any of Uwe's games. You're turning resources into better stuff and trading it out.
Rings.
Oh my gosh, Le Havre didn't make my list this time. And it should have. Let's just put that a note of this. I'm putting Le Havre here too.
Too many honorable mentions. This isn't your top 200. This is your top 100.
We're doing Hallertau Le Havre, the combo game.
It's not the same because I like Hallertau.
That's true. Yeah, Hallertau's great. I think it's my favorite Rosenberg game, even over Caverna, which is tough. But Caverna didn't make my list this time because I like Hallertau better. Could it have made the list? Yeah, but it didn't.
Number 64 for me is another polyomino game. It is Castles of Mad King Ludwig.
Building a castle.
You are building a castle. You are getting room types, and it's super fun. It's
Just,
one of the earlier games I've played, I believe.
It is. It's tricky to score sometimes, though, because it's like you have to score each room individually, and some of them will key off others. but it's really good.
It's a fun app too.
I was going to say also an app, and if you like Between Two Cities and you like this one, there's Between the Castles of Mad King Ludwig, the game.
Between Two Castles?
See, they did a combo game. There we go. Howard Tao Laparca was the WCW wrestler. Lahav, that's the one, yeah. My number 63 is the only dexterity game on my list. I mean, it works great, but this is Meeple Circus. It is stressful in a good way. You're building up things in your circus mat to
This goes to your chaos things.
It does. I love the fact that the music plays in the background, sending the clowns while you're trying to nervously build this thing and hope it doesn't fall over.
Because you get more points based on how tall it is, and then inevitably a child or yourself is going to bump the table and is going to fall down.
100%.
And then the timer's going to run out.
And it's stressful. Did I mention that?
So much chaos.
Yeah, my number 63, Meeple Circus.
Number 63 for me is called Heaven and Ale.
Heaven and Ale.
We are leading a group of monks to make ale.
Mm-hmm. And it's got a cool system, the whole rondelle, and moving around to pick what actions you want to
Pick
take.
up what's there to build your board, and it's just lots of fun.
Naturally, someone's going to get angry though because this is one of those games where you took my action, and that's what makes it fun. So.
Not us though.
No, not us. Number 62 for me is Life of the Amazonia. My only bag builder on this list. I know she has more, but I love this game.
Builder.
It's got a little boat too. Looks great. It's got that waterfall. However, that waterfall is totally unnecessary. Doesn't even fit the cards really well.
It's pretty.
It is pretty. It's fun. It's just really, really good looking as well. And it's one of those ones, kind of like Cascadia, where it can score differently each time for the different types of animals. So, Life of the Amazonia, big fan of this game. Number 62.
Number 62 for me is a crossover with something you just said. It is Seven Wonders.
Seven Wonders.
Seven Wonders plays great at mini player counts as long as certain people don't pass their cards faster than other people.
I do know them to get backed up sometimes. The other way, or I move too fast ahead.
And then we'll have the person across the table that is 2 turns behind, and that does get stressful when you're playing with more people. But Seven Wonders, you were building some Seven Wonders, and the app is quick and easy to play too.
I play on the plane all the time. They should keep up. Yeah, if they don't want to
So
get less
play with
behind.
the app then.
Yeah, I do. I can't mess up with the app. That's a good choice.
Yeah,
So much
that's
so
one
that
of your
it's
choices.
my choice as well. Number 61 for me is Lord of the Rings, the living card game. That's right, it beat Journeys to Middle-earth. It's just such a good game. It's the first solo game I ever played, and it's the only solo game I think I would go back and play right now because it is so daggum good. The art, the Fantasy Flight, that era of LCG art is the best. Now there's second editions of this. It's just a great game. Lord of the Rings, the living card game.
Number 61 for me is Expeditions.
Oh, wow, I forgot all about that game.
Did you?
No.
I doubt it, because I love this universe. I love the universe of Scythe, and this is just continuing in that universe, and you are discovering tiles, and I love the world of Scythe, but my number 61 is Expeditions, because it is set in the world of Scythe. You are taking your little explorer, and you are turning over tiles to get things and build your points.
Yeah, I don't have anything to say about Expeditions. That's very cool.
I don't believe you.
Ha! Well, that is 61 through 70. Make sure to check back for 51 through 60 as we roll on with our top 100. I'm Bryan.
And I'm Karla.
We'll see you next time.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another video from the Dice Tower. Hey, you want to learn more about us, communicate with us? We have a Facebook group, we have a Discord channel, lots of different ways to get involved with the Dice Tower. You can find that in our Linktree link below. So just click that, it will take you and you can communicate with us on Facebook, join our Facebook groups. There's lots of cool things that you can find and become part of the Dice Tower. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Tom Vassell.